My best friend and I were briefly interested in each other romantically when we first met 5+ years ago, but at the time we decided we weren't able to commit to each other the way either of us deserve. What does that even mean? Fast forward a few years, we're both in relationships, and things have been fine in those 3 years aside from his girlfriend not liking me and my boyfriend not liking him. However, the other night when we were hanging out alone while our mutual friends were late, he had some sort of emotional breakdown about his life and existential dread. I had to console him. We had a lot of emotionally vulnerable exchanges and hugs.
And hugs.
And I mean full frontal hugs.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing else sinful aside from sitting on a bed without enough room for Jesus during this talk.
Nothing as sinful as that.
No, I feel weird about it. It was platonic, sure, but something felt weird. He's now contemplating ending his relationship due to her being controlling, and the whole situation has me feeling guilty and weird. I haven't been able to tell my boyfriend about it, and I don't know why.
Oh, I know why.
Was the line crossed, or is it just the guilt attached to full frontal hugs? We don't have a piece of paper, so I can't slam it down. Goodbye, laptop. Josh, I don't know. I mean, it's like...
Well, she doesn't feel guilty that it happened. I think she feels guilty that she liked it.
Yeah.
The breakdown and the hugs.
Yeah. This is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
The only reason that you should tell your boyfriend, your current boyfriend, is if you're going to break up with him because you actually want to be with this other guy. And if you don't tell him, then you need to be out of the relationship because you're being dishonest. That's the truth.
I like that. I think, here's my hot take.
Tell me, Josh.
I think that something happened that night. I don't think either of you are with the right person. And you're feeling guilty about a full frontal hug when there's no look. There's just when you're young, it's just like, okay, who's with the right person? Nobody. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So then things are happening constantly. Things are changing, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, hold on, no, that felt good, but I'm with this dude. What?
It's such a big deal, and it's not. It's like kind of laughable. And when you're later in life, you think, why was that such a big deal to me?
I remember there being a time when Kelly and I both were like kind of with other people, even though not really.
Yeah.
And we were talking one night at a Bible study, and we were like discussing how like, well, I'm not really happy you're with someone, you're not happy I'm with someone. Well, okay, well, we're not. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is weird. And we just at the end of it, we hugged. I don't remember if it was a full frontal. I think it was kind of like a weird. It was like across the table. But I just remember
across the table.
I just remember thinking, in that moment, I was like, oh, this is what it actually means to like care about somebody, because we're having such a hard time, but we're trying to make our friendship work. And then in that moment, it was like, oh, just me kind of liking some other girl. None of that matters. It's just dumb, trivial mess. And it wasn't, Kelly and I didn't get together for like probably like another year or so. Yeah. It is like none of it matters. So it's just, it's just that everything is that weird time between you finding what's actually gonna work. So it's like, I don't know, if you had a crush on this guy and now 3 years later you had like a moment together and you feel guilty about it, it might have just been what it was supposed to be. But that might just be my personal experience kind of clouding that. But anyway,
there's so many emotions involved in all this stuff. It's so complicated, Josh. It's like, I'm so glad that I'm out of it, but it's so complicated. Like, it really is hard, but you really have to go through it. Everybody goes through this. You have to go through this and find your own answer. Yeah. It's difficult to sit here and tell you what is right or wrong when like you think you've made this horrible mess. Right. And it's like, it seems like that to you, but it's not really that big of a mess. Like, just figure out if you want to be with this other guy or this guy, and it's not going to hurt any. I mean, it'll hurt them briefly, Josh, but they'll get over it. Yeah. People are resilient.
There's something about connecting emotionally with somebody on a level that you have not ever done before.
Yes.
And I don't think you should feel guilty about that.
That's just what it is.
It just is what. When you're a kid, it's just what it is.
Yeah,
You've never done
you're
that
just
before.
bopping along, and next
Right.
thing you know, it's like, oh, this happened. Okay, now you're self-aware about this. Now you have to make a decision.
Right.
You're just
It's
moving
like,
around
It's just
through life.
there has to be a first time that happens.
Yeah.
Sorry that it was not with the person that you
Exactly.
claim to like right now. It might, Don't worry about it. You're
Yeah.
fine. These people that worry about this stuff, they're fine.
It'll be okay. I feel like that was a good answer. So we didn't really give an answer, but we gave perspective.
I think that that was gold.
It was actually gold.